Hello there everyone, it's Kylie Purtell back again for a video tutorial for Happy Little Stampers. Today I'm going to show you our brand new Christmas Joy card kit, and there's some wonderful additions to the store for this kit. So I'll go through each one for you. First up is the Christmas Joy stamp set, and today I'm going to use those Christmas trees for a light up card. And very exciting to have the Chibitronics Chibi Light intro pack, which is plenty of fun. It's got the LED lights, it's got all the instructions for you. It's a great little kit, so very excited about this one. We also have our 6x6 paper pad from Echo Park. It's the I Love Christmas paper pack, and it's double-sided papers, which are fantastic for all your Christmas projects. Very, very pretty papers in there. So a really good set to have in your Christmas stash. We've also got some gold glitter enamel dots. They are really pretty. And another new addition is these glass test tubes full of sequins. And in this pack you get the silver sequins. And that's a little glass test tube. It could be used for anything once you've finished with your sequins. So our Christmas Joy kit is $52, and that is saving 15% if you were to buy these products separately. So let's have a look at what's in this intro pack with the Chibitronics. You've got your roll of copper tape, a battery, your 3 LED lights, and a paper clip. A bulldog clip. We're not going to use that today. Now, I was quite worried about using it. I felt like I really need a science degree or something to create a circuit to light up my card. But this is so easy, and doing this video is the first time I've even looked at these products, and you'll be able to see how easy it was for me to create this light up card. So that little piece of folded paper is a little housing that I've got for my battery, and I've already created this card, which was very easy to do. I masked off my trees and created a distress ink background, splattered it with a bit of water, then used my pokey tool to poke holes through the trees where the decorations are on the trees, because that's where I want my lights to shine through. And then I've got another little piece of card which is just smaller than my panel, which is where I'm going to create my circuit. So what I'm going to do on this snowdrift is actually stamp a sentiment, and behind the sentiment is where I'm going to place my battery. So I just need to make a mark there. And what I've done is I've just poked holes through the trees onto my backing paper so I can see where I need to start assembling my lights and placing my battery. It will all become very apparent soon. This is the first time I've ever used these products, and you will see this is just fantastic. It's so easy. Now, the only thing you need to remember when using these products is that with the battery, as all batteries do, it comes with a positive side and a negative side, which is your plus and minus signs, obviously. So the little LED lights have their own plus and minus signs, and you can see them quite clearly on the stickers. So I'm just doing a little draft of where I'm going to place everything. Just making marks of my plus and my minuses, my positive and negatives, because each positive side of the battery and each positive side of your stickers need to be touching the same copper tape that we're going to place on. Or the negative side on your battery and the negative side on your stickers need the same as well. They need their own copper tape touching. So I'm just going to stick that housing down. I seriously couldn't believe how easy this was, and it's really exciting when you do it for the first time. Believe me, it is. It is really, really fun. So that's my plus sign where I'm going to stick my battery in there. And I'm just showing you there. I'm not going to pull them, well, I thought I could pull them apart, but they're stickers, so, but you will see. So I'm just going to, this is just like adhesive tape, double-sided adhesive tape. This copper tape is really fun, so you just need to get a length off, and we're going to start, well, I'm going to start with my negative sides. One thing you cannot do when creating your circuits is have your the copper tape that you place for your positive side and your negative side touching. There has to be a gap between them. So let's go. We're going to place some copper tape down. So I'm going over my positive marks that I've placed on my cardstock. So those positive marks are going to then need to go to the positive side of my battery. Easy. Now I'm just going to turn some corners, so just fold the tape backwards and back over itself, and you can create some nice lines. You don't want the tape broken. And as you can see, all my positive sides from my LED lights right down to my battery are on the one circuit. Now I've just realised that I'm going to want to get my bone folder, because what you're going to do is smooth that right out so the tape is definitely stuck to the paper and there's no chance of breaking the circuit that we're going to create. Okay, so now we're going to start with actually what I'm doing here is I'm just seeing how far apart I need my copper tape, because the positive part of the LED light and the negative part of the LED light have to be touching the tape. But we don't want the tape itself touching. I hope I'm explaining this okay. I'm only learning myself, so, but as I said, this is the very first time I've even touched these products. I had watched a couple of YouTube videos just to see how other people had created theirs, and I think this one is very simple. Now I'm using 3 lights here, but you don't have to do that. I think a card with the one Christmas tree with the star on top and then have the light coming out of the star, that would be perfect too. So as you can see, I now need to get this tape right over. I've messed this up a little bit, but I did get it apart. It just curled over a little bit. So it's quite forgiving. It doesn't break too easily. So I need this tape to go right over that flap and back onto the inside, because that is where my negative side of the battery is going to be. Okay, so just using my bone folder again just to smooth out those lines so we have a really good connection. And now I'm going to place my LED stickers with my positive and negative sides onto the correct sides of the tape. And once you've made one of these, this is going to be, the first one is the learning curve, and then you're going to be just right. Just remember not to cross those copper tape lines. If you're a bit of a Ghostbusters fan, remember they say don't cross the lines? Well, there's a good reason for that. So that's the geek in me coming out. So I'm just going to test this for the first time. Oh, look at that. We have some white LED lights working perfectly. Love it. Oh, it's so exciting when you first see it. So I'm just going to just show you, because I've got lamps and all sorts of things on, even though this was filmed during the day. I'm just going to turn off the lights and some lamps and just show you how well it looks even in the daytime, but without those extra... Oh no, I'm not. That's later, sorry. What I'm doing now is creating just a housing for my getting some tape onto the card just to keep that battery in place. We don't want to stick down the flap because that's how you get the lights to start. You just want it to be able to be pressed every now and then. So you don't want it flat on the card, you want it to be able to be pressed. Now as you can see, I'm also just going over the copper tape and it still works. Once you've got your circuit completed, there shouldn't be too much go wrong. So I've done 3 layers of foam tape, so the flap for my battery is still able to be pressed down without being squashed. So now I'm going to stamp my sentiment, because this is where I want... Now remember, I did the little hole so I could see where that was going to go, because when you press Merry Christmas, that's when the lights are going to come on. Now don't be like me, let your stamped sentiment dry first, because I've now got a little bit of a smudge sentiment because I was too impatient to let that ink dry, or just give it a blast with the heat gun. And I think I used, what did I use? VersaFine Black Onyx. So it's a little bit juicy and doesn't dry straight away. But that is just so fun. And what I'm going to do is just write, here we go, lights are going out now. I got a bit ahead of myself before. So this is in the daytime and the lights are so bright still. So imagine what they're going to look like at night. They're going to look fantastic. So I'm just going to adhere the finished piece onto my card. Seriously, this was so much fun. I've got more videos coming up using these products. The other girls are going to be doing some as well, so we look forward to that. Thank you very much for watching. The card is still quite mailable, so don't panic about all those layers of foam tape. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.